What can we learn from one of the best lurkers in the world? Well, today we're going to be finding that out together. Since Ropz has joined FaZe on the 3rd of January of the new year, we've seen an instant change towards FaZe. They've won 4 out of the 5 games they have played alongside of Ropz now before he got COVID and couldn't play in the Kato play-ins. We will be watching Ropz on T-side Inferno towards apartments to understand what he does and why he does it. Even though this is an eco round for Liquid, I want to pay attention to his protocols early on in the round. Ropz will run up second mid, jump through a Molotov through apartments by aiming on the end of this shadow and releasing just before going underneath the bridge. After this, he'll briefly look towards the wall on the left side just to play anti-flash for a couple of seconds, just in case Liquid or anyone else he is against goes for an aggressive play towards second mid with a flashbang. He will then cut sound as he's approaching apartments, making sure to give as little information as possible to the CT side. Ropz will then be very careful in this area of the map, just making sure to be clearing every single angle systematically to not get caught off by any common positions and also off angles. After Ropz has now completely cleared out apartments, he will then wait for his teammates in order to take other areas of the map, like top middle for example. In this next round we'll be looking at, guys, he'll be going towards second mid once again. However, this time his teammate will be throwing the apartment Molotov for him, meaning Ropz can just be playing anti-flash, looking at the wall for a brief second before lining up this Molotov for deep apartments, making sure no CTs push any further. He lines this up by getting wedged in this corner, aiming against his bottom line here, a little bit in from the left metal shutter and run jump throw. After throwing this, he'll then get on top of the barrel in order to silent boost Rain in towards apartments, and even though Ropz Molotoved off this position just a second ago for the CTs to push, look how much respect he is giving and always being prepared if someone caught a timing on him, making sure to clear everything very carefully. Now let's take a look at how Ropz approaches a round where FaZe go for a hit on towards the A site. As we can see, his team have contacted towards top middle in order to get this area of the map, and this is when Ropz uses a lurk smoke in order to draw the attention from the CT side and also give himself some more space. He lines this up by getting on this line on the rug, aiming where the top of the grey bricks meets the arch and left click throw. Ropz will then check on top of the rail, making sure no one is close before throwing a Molotov towards pit by crouching just around the door frame and left click throwing. If you want to throw this behind the smoke, I suggest you practice it a little just before trying an official because you don't really want to mess it up. As Ropz now has 2 teammates towards short with him, he will then start clearing more of balcony out before shifting out, making sure to jump down towards headshot before the smoke fades. From this position, Ropz will then be able to just land a few beautiful shots on towards Elige and OC, while Carrigan finds the kill on towards site, forcing for the CT side to save. Ropz will start the round again, guys, just with the standard Molotov before clearing out apartments once again as systematically as possible before getting ready on what he should be doing next in the round. Rain does get taken out by OC on short with the AWP, leaving Ropz by himself in this area of the map. FaZe are wanting to go for a B hit here, leaving Ropz in a position just to try sell a fake best he can towards top middle. He does this by getting on the balcony on second mid, aiming to the left side of this flower bed, throwing a smoke with a left click throw towards long. He will follow this quickly up by getting on the opposite side of this balcony, aiming at the dot on the wall and using a jump throw bind to work as a pop flash towards short. Keep in mind, guys, this only works on 128 tick as it does use a jump throw. Here we will see Ropz just hanging around second mid waiting for a push. This is before his team are getting ready to take top middle control. He will throw a long smoke by getting in this corner, aiming on the left side of the 2 flower beds and left click. Quickly following this up with a Molotov towards short corner by getting on this mailbox, aiming on the corner of this wooden support beam, then just run jump throwing as his crosshair is hitting the sky. Following this, he'll quickly get in the same position to throw the pop flash that we looked at earlier towards short. This is just to help his team out towards top middle as they don't want to get caught by an AWP when trying to take this space. Ropz will then just be shifting in towards apps, leaving him alone in this position and the rest of the team towards short. He's able to catch a little bit of damage here towards shocks with a HE before being caught off in the final push with the rest of his team. Here we'll see Ropz being silent boosted up towards apps, and I just want for us to pay attention to his crosshair placement when in this area of the map. He's making sure to clear all of these close angles to the right side, making sure there isn't any CTs pushed up close to him. He will then quickly check the right side of the doorway before stepping back and then checking boiler. It's very important that you guys know how to clear these angles correctly, just to make sure you don't get caught off in this position of the map. I just want to show you this handy smoke for long that Ropz throws by getting in this corner and aiming below the light and above the door. This is using a jump throw for 128 tick and will land towards long if you're wanting to go for a fast play towards middle. As you can see, Ropz also throws a HE just after this. This is towards boiler. You can also switch this out for a Molotov if you want, so a Molotov or a HE will work in this and you can flush people out of this position. Just before I show you this cool little flash towards apps, I want to show you where Ropz is dropping the bomb. Please stop leaving your bomb in spawn, guys. All it does is create issues for you and your entire team. Now the flash I want to show you is by getting on the corner next to Mexico, aiming in the top of the roof in line with the window. You just use a simple left click through. It can be used on either 64 or 128 tick because you're not moving or jump throwing, and this is a great pop flash for apps to help your teammate get space in this area of the map. I hope you guys have learnt something new from this video, whether that be how to clear apartments systematically or even some new utility that you're wanting to try out in your next game. If you like this video, I made another T-Expert video on Axel on B stairs on Vertigo, so make sure to check that video out as well. It's been Glaze, guys, and I'll speak to you very, very soon.